This stock is popping off right now, and the AI trade may just be back on, right? A couple months ago, or really for the last several months, we've been seeing the AI stocks run like gangbusters. And lately, ever since around October, they've been struggling. However, this stock just exploded higher today. This stock is Vertiv Holdings, VRT. Now, a couple big news stories coming out around VRT. Let's take a look at it, right? Nvidia's partner surges after earnings beat and expects the momentum to continue in 2026. Quick little video to watch on this. Let's watch it together, Joe.
CapEx story. Four of the biggest US tech companies, Meta, Microsoft, Alphabet, and Amazon, together have forecast capital expenditures that could reach about $650 billion this year. A flood of cash.
Hey, by the way, Tim's already in VRT and he's making all the monies on it. Well done, Tim.
Nice
For
going.
data centers and AI gear. The push is based on the same core premise. Tools like ChatGPT and rival AI models will play a bigger role at work and at home. Fresh AI launches like Anthropic's Claude are adding urgency to the moment, reinforcing why big tech is racing to scale compute and infrastructure. And now comes the hard part, proving that the spending actually works. For more, I spoke with Constellation Research CEO Ray Wang. So with CapEx exploding across big tech.
So reason we're talking about CapEx here is Nvidia is investing into VRT, artificial intelligence data center infrastructure play. Nvidia is partnering with VRT. It roared higher at the open on Wednesday after reporting better than expected fourth quarter earnings, citing deeper collaborations with the semiconductor industry leaders, right? So basically, Nvidia is pouring money into this stock and it caused the stock to rocket. We're talking up 23% so far. Huge moves on this one, right? So let's go on to this one here. Another story about Vertiv, right? We're looking at Yahoo Finance here. Let's see if we can watch it without all the ads.
Minute, U.S. stocks wobbling near the flat line as investors digest the latest labor market data. The January jobs report blowing past expectations. However, the bullish monthly data was counterbalanced by heavier revisions to 2025 numbers. As for earnings, Vertiv seeing shares surging after its fourth quarter results. Maker of power and cooling equipment reporting an earnings beat and a 252% year-over-year growth in organic orders. Citi noting it sees the company well positioned to benefit from favorable demand. Humana also out with fourth quarter.
All right, cool. So well positioned to benefit for favorable demand. Motley Fool talks about why Vertiv is skyrocketing today. Surging Wednesday, despite company reporting weaker than expected results, digital infrastructure share price went up 22% at that time. Published Q4 results before the market opened and reported sales and earnings for the period that came in below Wall Street targets. Okay, here's a perfect example of doesn't matter what the targets are, right? All that matters is price, okay? Because apparently here, softer than anticipated results for the last quarter, the company issued strong forward guidance, okay? So softer than anticipated results, price goes up 22%. Makes total sense, okay? They missed on sales and earnings and surging thanks to enduring guidance, targeting whatever on sales, range looks substantially more bullish than the average analyst estimate. Okay, cool. So should you buy Vertiv stock right now? Before you consider this, the Motley Fool did whatever. Okay. They don't actually give any details on this. So that's where I step in, right? What is it? So Vertiv is one of the partners of Nvidia, right, in the semiconductor industry. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, this stock is actually pretty great, right? Popped into the OVTLYR dashboard. It had been sitting on a sell signal, which makes sense because it had been trending sideways. There we go. Had been trending sideways for a hot minute inside of order blocks. So sell signal there really doesn't surprise me. Now, the big earnings blowout right here, that is a huge change in sentiment. In fact, you can see it had been getting more and more greedy. So I wouldn't be surprised at all, Joe, to see this flip over to a buy signal tomorrow. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, is it too late to get in? That, my friends, is where you need to have a game plan, okay? There's a couple things that could happen with a stock like this, right? A big, beautiful up move like this, where everybody's celebrating, everybody's kissing babies because this is new all-time highs, which is bullish AF. Well, I think it's all-time highs. Let me go back. Yeah. Bullish AF, right? Should you be scared of this? I don't think so. And here's the reason why. First, anytime a stock gaps up like this, it sets into motion what I call a gap and crap versus a gap and go. Okay. Gap and crap is where it pops up like this, put a line on the bottom of that candle. And if it turns back down, and of course, no one knows the future, but if it does turn back down, that is your signal to get out of the way. It's gapping and crapping. All right. But let's say that it gaps up and it goes like this and never turns back. That, my friends, is a gap and go. That's exactly what you want to see. So Vertiv Holdings, well, right now, I don't see a reason to get into it today. It's really, really close. It's got 8 of 9 on the OVTLYR 9. When all 9 are together, that would be a slingshot. And this, my friends, is one of the easiest things to look at when you're looking at any stock inside of OVTLYR. Just pop up in this corner right here, automatically does all this for you. So you can see what the market's doing, what the sector's doing, and what the stock is doing. So the sector, the industrial sector in this case, is actually looking brilliant, right? This is not considered a tech stock. This is considered industrials. It's got bullish breadth in this sector. It's got more uptrends and had less downtrends yesterday. So it's moving in the right direction. The sector is getting more greedy. The stock itself is getting more greedy. And as of tomorrow, if it continues up higher, could be a brilliant gap and go. Again, new all-time highs is exactly what you want to see. Breakouts above order blocks is exactly what you want to see. Joe, I'm actually super bullish on this. I could totally see this running. As soon as it gets that buy signal, as soon as tomorrow, I could really see some legs to this stock.
I'd be concerned about risk management though, right? Like if you got in right now, where would your 2 ATR stop be? Could we throw that up real quick?
Oh yeah, easy. So first, okay. So as expected, the ATR has increased significantly. ATR means average true range, the volatility of the stock, right? Just a few days ago, it was trading around $9 as the average move over 14 candles. Now today, that's closer to 14. So it's about a 50% rise in volatility, which makes sense because this is a huge move right here, right? So the way that we calculate our stop loss here, actually, Joe, is the bottom of this candle, right? The bottom of this candle. This is gap and go. Forget the 2 ATRs. If it closes underneath this line right here, call it a day. Get out. Okay. So you don't have to stress about how far down it could go before you hit your 2 ATR, whatever the case is, right? If it gaps and it goes, that's where you want to be. And we don't know if it's going to do that, right? This is a multi-day, remove 5 drawings. This is a multi-day pattern that we got to wait to see it play out. So good question though. I like that. So looking at this stock here, I'm super bullish on it. The sector is looking really strong. And then the theme around it, right? We can go over to Nvidia. Nvidia, while it's been struggling at the moment, is starting to get a little bit of ground here. It's got a bullish trend that started. It's got a little order block right here that it might push past through, right? You see Nvidia over 192, 192.50. Even Nvidia could be taken off. Let's go look at Nvidia. Nvidia is still sitting on a sell signal. Man, look how fearful Nvidia had been getting.
Yeah.
I've been getting pretty fearful, right? So even if the sector is good, like the sector, the tech sector is looking really sharp, right? Less fearful, more buy signals, more uptrends. The stock itself is not quite ready for that big breakout moment just yet, but it could happen anytime.
Now, Chris, if somebody wanted to learn more about your gap and crap rules, where could they go to find a slide?
Joe, that's a brilliant question. So link down below, Joe and I are actually competing in the US Investing Championship. We are professional investors, and linked down below are all of my trades that I've taken this year. I'm not in VRT just yet. I could be potentially tomorrow, Joe. You never know, right? You gotta follow your plan, right? But as of right now, I'm not in VRT. But linked down below is every trade that I've taken in a Google spreadsheet, as well as my entire trading plan linked down below, so you can have everything that I have in order to be successful. So no excuses in 2026, right? No excuses. So Joe, let's move forward and let's take a look at what's going on out in the market, right? Do we need to put on any trades, right? So first, let's go to the PowerPoint, right? This is the slide deck that you're going to find down below. Welcome to the OVTLYR Trading Room invitation only US Investing Championship live stream. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, because this is where we help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. So the plans, we have 3 main plans. Plan M, that's our most aggressive plan, Plan M for money. Plan ETF, which is when Plan M doesn't set up, we can get into Plan ETF and still capture market gains. And Plan Sit and Cash and Don't F Up. That's where I'm at right now. but we might just be flipping over into plan ETF here in just a moment here. So first, let's see if plan M would set up. If the SPY has a bullish trend. So let's go back to SPY, the market. That's what I want to know. And we can see a bullish trend. This makes it super easy for you. You don't have to stare at charts all day. OVTLYR literally color codes it green when it's a bullish trend, or red when it's a bearish trend, or white if it's a sideways trend. Right now, this should be flipping over to green. Yeah, it's flipped over to green right now because the 10 is over the 20, price is over the 50. Makes it far too easy. So you've got a bullish trend. It has a buy signal that just came through today. Today is February 11th. That's the time of this recording. And then breadth is bullish across the board. Breadth is bullish across the board. Hold tight. Give me just a second here. Rob has a great question. When do they post this championship rankings? I don't know. The rules say you got to have your results in by the 23rd. So I don't know if it's like one posting or if they go in and like add people's names as they send in the information. I ended up 8.3% for the month of January. Not as much as it was, of course, thanks to that stupid silver pullback, but still a nice start to the year. I think 8 to 10% is the average annual gain for the year, and I've already done that in the first month. Joe, how'd your first month go?
I think I ended up at like 4.2, 4.3, something like that. So, but if I do that for 2 months in a row, I've done 12 months worth of work. So I'm in.
Dude, what I'm excited about is not just seeing my returns or your returns, but all the outliers returns, because we have a lot of people who are competing this year in the U.S. Investing Championship, and that is going to be so cool. We're going to be flooding, absolutely flooding the whole leaderboard, which is going to be awesome. Okay.
Yeah, and for those interested in watching the rankings, just look for a username or a person's name with the word outlier after it, and then you'll see all the folks in our community who are putting their money where their mouth is, I guess you might say. Right.
Like Sheetal's competing. Sheetal and I are going to have a nice interview. He ended at 20%. How cool is that?
Nice.
Dude, there was a point in time where I'm like, I'm going to win. But now it's like, how many outliers can I get to beat me? That is my plan. I'm going to do the best that I possibly can. How many outliers can I see to get ahead of us? That'd be amazing.
Absolutely.
After the 20th, I turned in a 15% in the U.S. Investing Championship. Way to go, Tim. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing. Okay. So the SPY is a bullish trend. The SPY is a buy signal. Full stock's breadth is bullish. What about the fear and greed heat map on the SPY? So the SPY is under 70. It's at 52.0 right now, but it's falling ever so slightly. It was 52.20. Today is 52.0. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that anytime it starts to turn, you can see more buy signals and sell signals start to happen, right? So we might be seeing that bottom, which means potentially tomorrow, Joe, we could have all of this lit up on the market. Then we move into the sectors, right? Then we move into the sectors. And as of right now, we don't have to take any steps forward, but we do see a lot of bullish sectors, and a lot of sectors that have what we call outlier channels, this down here, with positive momentum as well, meaning more uptrends when it lights up green, less downtrends when it lights up red. So, Joe, there's a very possible likelihood here we could be back into Plan M as soon as tomorrow. But while we don't have that today, well, Plan ETF. Let's go take a look at Plan ETF. All right. So uptrend in Q, or I'm sorry, uptrend in SPY, this is true. Uptrend in Q is not true. So we won't do anything in NASDAQ. We still have a bearish trend in the NASDAQ. It's been really choppy since October. So nothing on the NASDAQ. On the right-hand side, SPY having buy signal. Yes, we just covered that. SPY heat map is at 52, and it does not matter if it's moving up or down. Now, the question here is it between the 20 EMA and 2 ATRs over the 20 EMA? So if I go back to SPY, and then we turn on what we call the value zone indicator, boom, you can see right here, it is within the value zone. All right, I love it. This is looking great. The next step here is it needs to have order blocks that are greater than 2% away, that are at least 30 calendar days old, right? So if there's one that's less than 2% away and 30 days or older in our way, don't take the trade. Joe, that's exactly what we have. We have an outlier block exactly right here, right? Now, the thing is that you can have your charts look exactly the same as mine, 100% for free. You can use a free trading view plan and the free deep thought indicator that we provide to you in our Discord, right? And that it's only going to be 82 cents a day. And of course, it helps you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. So looking at this right here, this would tell me I don't need to pursue Plan ETF. So I'm going to continue to sit in cash. Now I'm sitting in SGov, And in fact, I can pop into the US investing account here. This is the button I want right there. So we're up a little bit right now, 50,374. We started the year at 50,000. Of course, the stupid silver pullback, right, took our monies. But again, that's part of trading. That's part of trading. So still up for the year so far. And then with new Plan M trades coming up, who knows where that's going to be? Who knows where that's going to be? So no new calendar or no new trading on Plan ETF because it is 30 calendar days, like Kasia is telling us right now. But tomorrow is a big deal, right? Tomorrow is the graduation of OVTLYR University, our Bravo class, which I'm super stoked about. Now, you can get full access to our entire trading course that we call OVTLYR University. In fact, let me go over to YouTube real quick, and I'll show you how to get to it. OVTLYR University is 100% free. And we have had several individuals. We have had 2 classes so far. So I think it was 9 people per class go through this. And the Bravo class has graduation tomorrow. The Alpha class graduated in 2025. And the objective here is to teach you everything that I've learned in the 17 years of trading. And you can get access to this 1,000% for free. There is no paywall. There is no nothing. It lives here on YouTube. There's nothing else to go with it. It's exactly everything you'd want to need to be successful. So here's the thing, right? 50% of the people who watch it, they're going to watch it passively. They're not going to do anything about it, and they're not going to make any changes in their life. 25% of the people are going to watch it. They're going to screw something up, and then they're going to come back and be like, Chris, maybe some of SoFi shares, which has happened, which is why I say that. And then 25% of you are going to listen. You're going to implement. You're going to be like, I be shorty and hit the like button. And those 25% are going to create generational wealth. You get to choose which cohort you're in, right? So Joe, that's going to wrap it for today. If somebody were looking to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, what do you think they should do?
I think they should go to OVTLYR.com and consider being a subscriber or a trial member, which will ultimately mean a subscriber because they're going to love this tool. Getting these buy and sell signals makes trading so much easier. But the other thing they can do is watch one of these cool videos right up here.
Like one of those 2 videos. That's right. And have a fantastic day. We'll talk soon.